on the shifter design for upgrades for the TR3650, which is the OE transmission in Mustangs. Okay, that's the only real upgrade, is to throw the factory shifter away. We use a Barton shifter, and we only use a shifter that the entire shifter mounts to the transmission. So everything's on the transmission, not half on the transmission, half on the body. And that's where you get into problems trying to shift real fast, sometimes because the engine's twisting and the body's not, and which means that the transmission liquid is kind of buying. Anyway, we throw the factory transmission shifters away and just go to Barton. We can, if you're looking for one, we can kind of fix you up with the one that we use. It works great. It's like, when it's done, it's like, toggle, really, really tight and quick. The other thing, making up the modifications, unless you're going racing, there's no need to make modifications. I mean, the things that you could do, certainly they run ATF, and there's better ATFs. I think the GM for the T56 GM is probably some of the best. There are also some additives, like I think it's like liquid moly or something like that you can put into the transmission to make things slipperier and reduce wear. But another thing, and this ties into another question from Jim Flattery, he was saying some of the shift problems with the transmission, reading some of the posts, could be the clutch as much as the transmission. And the answer to that is, probably yes. So as far as a good upgrade, aside from putting some like lithium in the transmission to make it shift better and last longer, I would switch out to not only a good aftermarket clutch, but an aluminum drive shaft to go with it. Because we're getting back to that rotating mass. I mean, if you can reduce the rotating mass of the flywheel, the car is going to rev quicker. So if you're going to put a new clutch in, you might as well go all the way, put a clutch and aluminum flywheel. And I think you're going to see that it works a lot better. Another trick is to make the clutch reservoir, fluid reservoir, separate from the brake reservoir. That's something we're starting to do more and more of, particularly on track cars. So they keep them separated. I can see from a production standpoint why they'd want to use the same reservoir for both. But adding a different master cylinder reservoir, also, if putting some like fire sleeve, like spark plug fire sleeve, something to keep the heat from getting into the clutch line, because if that gets hot, then you're going to lose pedal. So I didn't think I had anything here. I came up with a whole bunch of stuff to improve the transmission.